One time from side to side. One time from side to side to side. One time from side to side to side to side to side to side to side. Hold up, yeah, I've been loving you, been loving myself for a minute. I've been loving you, been feeling myself for a minute. I've been loving you, been loving myself for a minute. I've been loving you, been feeling myself for a minute. Ain't no one like me, ain't no one like me. Come around me, you see.
Hello everybody, are you ready to see us face off against SK Avarosa tonight, or well, today's evening? And of course, I'm super glad to not be here alone. I have the wonderful Maxi Foxnyr with me. How are you doing, mate?
Hello, I'm doing wonderful. Looking forward to some exciting matches today against SK, and I can already hear the draft, so let's quickly head over into draft.
We will quickly head over into draft. I think I have to, I will just stream the client for just a second. I feel like I feel like from the moment on, the spectator was bugging out a little bit and crashing here and there. The tool also started doing some weird things. But hey, here we are, and of course that was an easy way to get through the bans. They were kind of quick, Moxie. Feels like the teams are prepared for each other.
Seems like they're prepared indeed. I'm a bit worried because Cassante came through and not on the correct side for us, with Foxnyr being on the red side. And he's also getting buffs next patch, which, you know, questionable, not gonna lie, but hey.
But
on the other hand, we're gonna get the Seraphine and the Karma, so I think that is a pretty worthy trade there.
Yeah, so Moxie, talk us through it a little bit. I mean, Cassante, we don't have to talk too much about him. He's in this one band, right, from Riot, and but I mean, the important things, jokes aside, he's just a really dominant top laner. He can even go mid lane sometimes, so I think just first picking him, a solid choice, right? Not really a mistake with it. But then also looking at Seraphine Karma, do you think you can flex this? I mean, let's think about it. Is Karma an answer for the top laner, maybe? What do you think here about the draft so far?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Cassante is just, I don't know, it's just super strong. I don't think you can do anything wrong by first / blind picking it. I've not really seen it lose that many top lanes overall. And Karma, of course, very flexible. I mean, Seraphine as well, right? I think the thing is, usually I would say I think Seraphine is ADC no matter what happens here. But with Inspire, I am never sure because it is Inspire mid. So Karma could be mid, Seraphine could be mid. I would not even be surprised to see Olaf mid at this point, you know. So it's always a bit of a questionable pick situation here. But overall, I do personally expect Seraphine to go ADC and Karma to be mid. But like you said, potentially Karma being an answer into the Cassante as well. She should always be fine, you know, she can dodge around with her shield and her movement speed. She can heal herself up, that should all be pretty decent. Now with the Varus ban, looks like Foxnyr is expecting this Senna to be a support Senna. Or maybe they're scared of the Varus mid lane. But yeah, I think that's the draft so far.
The draft so far, I will say, I think it is looking really good for us, honestly. I mean, both teams, of course, on a decent level. Both teams playing with coaches. Both teams, I mean, it's Prime League, like low diff. In you know, you see the face I'm making right now. So many strong teams, or even in like Division 3, Division 4 even. And yeah, I think it shows. I'm super excited about this game because both drafts look really good. But looking at our draft a little bit, I mean, Seraphine Karma, sustain and scaling for days, teamfight scaling for days, and then Olaf, you know, you could argue, yeah, he falls off, but with the support from a Karma and from a Seraphine, I feel like we have a really solid just game plan already and really good synergies.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, you have the Olaf, right, who just wants to run in and he will just be empowered by the Seraphine and the Karma. Now potentially even a Yi who can also just run in. I would be surprised to see the Yi, but you know, you never know with these boys. Ooh, it's actually
Come on,
exciting
stop,
things being hovered here.
Okay, bro, I'm hyped. What is going on here? What we are seeing Master Yi, but honestly, okay. Wait, I'm channeling my inner jungler right now. Master Yi, he wins 1v1s against Xin Zhao, I think on like level 2, level 5, you know, certain levels, he can duel a Xin Zhao, and it's already pretty good. And then look at the scaling and the dive potential and the DPS potential and everything. I do like it, honestly.
I actually also think it's not a bad pick. You have Xin Zhao, Xante, who both need to go into close range now with the Rel as well. And the issue is if they jump in, I don't see them instantly getting through the Yi or the Olaf, especially not with a Karma and Seraphine behind them.
Yeah.
So Olaf and Yi will both just be able to run them down. Xin Zhao will be in their faces, but you know, Xin Zhao's ult like tries to get people away from him, right? If you're outside of his ult, you cannot damage him. But you know, fun fact, Yi and Olaf are both in your ult, so they are going to damage you no matter what.
Yes.
So it's going to be a very hard time for the front line of SK Avarosa here. They do have nice range with Senna and Azir. Just the question is, will it be enough to keep them away? You know, Yi can also dodge the Azir wall or even, you know, follow the shuffle when he alpha strikes in there. So there's some outplay potential here, and the exciting team comp now rounded off with the Alistar, a little bit of extra CC, some extra front line as well. The only issue I see is that if someone dies on Foxnyr's side, their damage does become a little bit lackluster overall, but I think it will be very, very hard for SK Avarosa to really kill people on Foxnyr's side, and it will indeed be the Karma mid lane.
Guys, you know, just to talk about the important things again. You are watching Foxnyr versus SK Avarosa, and we have a Master Yi jungle. I repeat, we have Master Yi jungle, and Moxie and I, we are both pretty sure it is a decent pick. What a time to be alive to just say those things without, with being totally serious, you know, without even batting an eye. I mean, Master Yi, Olaf, you said the entire thing kinda needs to work together, right? So, do you think, like, of course the question becomes, do you think we can still go for the split push with the Olaf, or is our only condition always going to be the pure 5v5?
I mean, technically you can still split push, right? Olaf should win in most matchups at least. I'm not sure. Azir will potentially just be able to kite him away, right? But he should at some point. I mean, I'm saying he should because it's Cassante, and for some reason Cassante always wins. So you know, I'm saying it should, but he should be able to win against Cassante even like later on in the game. And overall, I'm not even sure if they need him. That sounds a bit wrong, but I think Foxy wants to play the straight on 5v5 or like the NA ram mid, right? Something like that, or play around objectives as a full squad. But I think they're really, really fine with just playing side lanes as well. You have the Seraphine Karma who can just, in theory, go to a side wave and push it out and go back mid, and the other one stays mid and, you know, does the same there. You have Olaf who can win the side lane, even technically Master Yi can win the side lane, right? Like if he goes there. So there are a couple of different ways they can play, but I do think they want to stick together as a death ball as much as possible, and kind of just run the SK Avarosa down with the extended Seraphine ult. You know, if Master Yi and Olaf run in, Seraphine can ult through them and make sure that she reaches the backline. So it'll be interesting to see how they play it.
Oh, for sure. Now, also talking about how they play it, I feel like we still have to talk about two major factors. Early game, priorities, and game plan. And we also kind of, you know, the classic, is one of the teams getting outscaled? And I want to talk about this one first a little bit, because I feel like it is kind of snowball heavy. Maybe you agree, maybe you have something else, but I personally feel like we have 4 champions in this game, and if they get really ahead, they can basically just 1v9 it. If Master Yi gets ahead, he can 1v9. If Seraphine gets like super ahead, like 3 items or something, she hits all her tools, Senna or Arzi just die. But then on the other side, Senna, endless scaling, Ozir, endless scaling. I personally feel like there is no real winner here in the late game. It all comes down to skill, positioning, and just finding the right angles. What do you think?
I think the main thing, or the main question point to me, will be the Ozir. I think if Ozir falls, it becomes very, very hard to play for SK overall, because I don't see a world in which K'Sante and Xin Zhao do enough in the front line to deal with Foxnyr, with the Karma and the Seraphine, right? Especially also the Alistar who can peel. So if there is no Ozir to really punish anything, I see it's going to be very, very hard. And I can just see a world where either Master Yi just runs at him, or Olaf comes from behind and runs at him. And if he's out of the fight, it becomes very hard. And the same thing comes to Senna. I don't think she will ever really be in a position to do enough damage into an Olaf and a Master Yi. But we have to see how they play it, as we are going to head into game any second now.
Any second now, exactly. Now, I also wanted to talk like speed running through the early game. So I said Master Yi is not as weak as he seems. You know, it's like Vayne on lane. Yeah, Vayne has insane scaling. That means she's completely useless before 3 items, right? Well, not really. And Master Yi is kind of the same. His sustained damage is really, really strong if you think about it. And yeah, we did go in game. We are seeing a little invade and just placing ward. And of course, we want to take you with us. So there we are. As soon as it recognizes, there we go, guys. It is game number 1. SK Avarosa on the blue side and Foxnyr on red side. I hope we will see a competitive game. And yeah, coming back to my question, we can already see Cerberus on the Yi starting top side and Empress on Xin Zhao starting top side as well. Now, what does that mean, Moxie?
Well, it means both junglers are most likely pathing down, right? I don't think there will be anything special or creative there. It's hard to say, because I would expect Yi and Olaf to win top side no matter what, because Olaf is just one of the strongest, early champions there is. He does more damage when he drops low. He has his perma X reset, so it becomes very hard to play against him. But they're both pathing down, and in bot lane, I'm not 100% sure who is stronger. Of course, level 1 Alistar is kind of not a champion, unfortunately, so this one becomes really hard. Then Diku will take... And Hindu, Jesus. Will take a little bit of damage, but should be a-okay here. He has the Alistar passive to heal him up. He will have his W at some point as well, so he should be absolutely fine. But yeah, we'll have to see where both junglers choose to go. Ganking bot lane, I mean, you have a lot of setup on both sides, right? You have the Alistar for Foxnyr to set up an gank, and you have the Rel on SK's side. I think Rel's engage is a little bit harder to really land, or to do right, but they both technically have it.
Did Inspire just slowly walk up and up smash? No, he like autoed and did some combos, whatever. So looking at chat, by the way, Alpaca Ciatris, I hope I pronounced that right. So I think you can blame or praise whatever you want to do Mid-Shiva and the entire squad for the draft. But yeah, I know that Mid-Shiva is coaching them. So I would assume that they are, the big 5-head behind this draft. Getting Karma early and just flexing it potentially on top, bot, ADC, support, anything. And hi Glentex, by the way. I hope you are all having a wonderful day. Again, we are here looking at Foxnyr being fairly even, and now Cerberus has to use Flash to escape from Empress. I said he is stronger than Xin on level 2 and level 5. This is level 3, so sadly he's not stronger.
And he just used his Q on blue buff as well, so he didn't really have anything to either dodge something with, or he didn't have damage basically. So just had to be safe there and flash away. But at least he's fine. He got his blue buff. He didn't get his blue buff stolen, and he managed to get his Gromp as well. So I think he avoided most of the damage that was potentially there.
Yeah.
Xin Zhao.
Yeah, to Xin Zhao.
For bot lane. Yeah, I was just wondering if he was gonna go for bot lane. He is indeed gonna go for bot lane.
And there he is. Are we going to see first blood here? Kindu will die. No more Skarner noises in the bot lane for just a few seconds. But hey, he has TP available. So I feel like if he decides to... there we go. TP onto bot lane. He will not really miss out on too much.
Yeah, importantly enough, Rail also got the kill, right? I mean, first blood over to SK, and you take that 100%. But luckily for us, Rail got it. None of the carries did get anything there. And yeah, we don't really lose any wave because luckily the Seraphine does have the TP. So everything is fine. Bit of unfortunate, couple of flashes lost or used on SK side, but also on Foxnyr side, right? Have the flash from Rel and Tinzao down. Meanwhile, Seraphine used the flash to get away, but sadly couldn't get far enough. And kind of got CC chained there.
So, Maxi, we are hitting the 5-minute mark. And I remember last time we had a cast together, you said like, yeah, you're not too sure about first dragon, first void grubs, or just keep on farming, or, you know, do you have an opinion on that in the meantime?
I've played a couple of games, right, solo queue games, and as good as grubbies feel, I'm yet to really, how do you say that, like, notice it too much. I mean, it's nice to see, you know, the little voidlings, I'm gonna call them, spawn, and you know, it seems nice, but it doesn't feel that impactful, basically. So I'm still not 100% sure, like, if it's worth trading. I think Drake overall just has more value still. Like, of course, it depends a bit on what Drake it is, right? In this case, it is a Mountain Drake. I think getting that Mountain Drake on Foxnyr side would be really nice because, you know, it just makes the Olaf, the Yi, and the Alistar just a little bit more tanky when they do, you know, go for that engage. And I already said SK does lack kind of the damage to get them down, so having that little bit of extra spice would always help. Oh, now Inspire needs to be careful. Shurima Shuffle is up. Sinzao is around too.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, we also have to talk about, like, what do you give up, right? Let's say you move your support up and then your ADC, or in our case, our magic carry, the Seraphine, loses farm and stuff. I think we both agree that would not really be worth it. But however, Cerberus just sneaking them and getting free, I think it's okay. And now trading it for Mountain Dragon, I mean, let me ask it like that. Do you think it can be kind of a win con in this game if we let Ginkgo and Olaf split push, and then he has the stronger split push because of the void grubs and stuff like that? Or do you still think it's not really worth it in this specific case?
I mean, I personally would have preferred to get the Drake here if I'm, you know, just if I could choose over the void grubs, especially because you know, Yi kind of did have to prior to get there. But I do think that Foxnyr also knew, you know, they did lose that little bot lane exchange before, that they might not be strong. Oh, Olaf actually using his ult here to make sure Cassante doesn't eat him on the tower. But yeah, you know, they probably didn't think they could contest it, just because the way the bot lane is stronger now, because they are playing with Seraphine, right? Seraphine needs a little bit of time. Seraphine needs 6 especially, that's important as well. She needs that ult. Oh, in the meantime, Ginkgo going for a little bit of a... Oh, they're both just running.
Yeah, both just... Oh my god. One guy ghosting and he's like, and then the other guy is like, I'm also ghosting. This is how we're trading those cooldowns. But yeah, I also want to talk about, you know, I'm talking a lot about win conditions and stuff like that here. So, also talking about win conditions, of course we have to talk about Master Yi. And fun fact, he is like almost the richest person on the Rift right now. So I think this is exactly what we want to see here. And fun fact, the richest person right now is Ginkgo on top lane. So regarding Karma mid, regarding our bot lane, yeah, they are not like hardcore winning, but they are kind of just supporting their team. So I think we are in a decent spot right now.
Yeah, bot lane doesn't have to win. That's the important part. At least for Foxnyr side, they don't have to win. You have the Alistar, he has ult, he will always be tanky, even if he's 0-8 or whatever, he will always be existent. No matter what happens, he'll always get the CC off, he'll always tank a lot. That's just the way the champion works. On the other hand, Seraphine, she will always be useful. She'll find an ult, you know, she'll find an engage like that. Oh, now I'm speaking of engage.
There we go, Cerberus in the 1v1, and I think this is something that he could win, respecting the Dawning Shadow here, splashing over the wall. Inspire, he wants to help, but it was not enough right now. Ginkgo also joining in now. Empress running away will not get hit by the undertow, and we just mentioned it is looking good for Foxnyr. This was of course not what we want to see.
Okay, so well, bot lane fights. Don't think anything should happen here more than just a little trade. I don't like what I know. I'm a certified Karma main, right? I played a lot of Karma in my time. I don't like what Inspire chose to do there. He went for the normal E shield and then ult Q'd, while the Xin Zhao had his ult off, so his ult Q basically did nothing. I think. I mean, I'm not sure, right? But I think if he goes for the ult shield there instead of the ult Q, Master Yi actually manages to live longer and potentially can kill Xin Zhao, and the whole fight looks differently. But a lot of ifs in that moment, right? Was close. Unlucky Ginkgo couldn't get the X on to Xin Zhao either. Did use his flash for that. But yeah, overall you can see the gold is only about 500 gold in favor of SK Avarosa. Now bot lane though needs to be careful. They are gonna get dove. It's hard to dive a Seraphine and Alistar though.
Karma is in position as well. They can see Inspire. I am toggling vision here so you can see what the teams are seeing right now. And yeah, huge props to Foxnyr here. They knew something was up and they reacted accordingly. I think, yeah, the 3-0 situation is kind of unlucky. But here, I feel like we played it perfectly, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, they avoided a terrible situation right there. Unfortunately, the Xin Zhao did manage to get the blue. But as I was pointing out before, like it's only about a 500 gold lead, even though it's 3-0. And that's just thanks to, I mean, you can look at the farm in every lane. Like, the Master Yi is 30 CS up. The Olaf is 30 CS up, or almost 40 even. Mid lane is 10 CS up. So everywhere, even though the kills are a bit behind, we are just kind of winning with, platings now as well. Getting another free plating on the Seraphine.
That
so
tasted purple.
Close.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just zooming in on the turret right now. But of course, we also have to talk about what is happening on bot lane. Dawning Shadow, and you talked about him, Oxy. On the Nexus, he is tanky with his Unbreakable Will, but Apollonia using the flash. And now this might as well be a trap. No, it will not succeed. I mean, we got the flash, but still it is one more kill for SK. And I'm also thinking about what is going to happen next. Dragon, of course, getting started. But those Void Grubs. I mean, of course, as you said, Moxie, you don't really want to take them, but if you can still take them as a trade, I feel like we are still in an okay position, but we are not really looking for that. We are looking to contest. Cerberus has his smite up and the engage is there. All eyes on Cerberus. He has a lot of DPS, getting the first kill for Foxnyr that game. Teleport coming in from WolfEG now on top lane. This means we have to disengage for just 1 second. We get the drag, and this is huge. Cerberus flashing away with just a sliver of life, and now the fight continues there. Ragnarok is getting activated, and another kill here for Under Nexus. You deserve it, you beautiful Alistar cow. Cerberus also there. Wow, he is going strong, and the fight is not ending. Sadly, Cerberus is dying to the top laner, WolfEG. But still, we went from 4-0 to 5-4. We went from one dragon behind to even dragons. This is looking really good. And I'm also looking at items, Moxie. Take it over.
Yeah, I mean, we also went from a minus 1k, 1k gold lead to SK. Actually, very important that Ginkgo is potentially denying at least a couple of grubs here. No, okay, nice 2 for now. That's something. But yeah, we managed to get the 1k gold lead, or even more now. We're at, are we at? No, we're not more. We're a bit less. About 1k gold lead. So we swung that in our favor. And like you said, we got the Drake. And items are slowly starting to complete. Mid lane is going to be fine for now. But yeah, that's Hydra. Done for Olaf. Master Yi has his Kraken Slayer in his inventory now as well. And will go to get those other 2 grubs, which will, if he gets both, mean they'll have 5 grubs Which, if I'm not mistaken, means they'll spawn these cute little voidlings.
Yes.
So
Well-
that's a little bit of an extra advantage there.
One per person, at least. If you had 6, you would get 2 per, person, player, whatever. Either way.
I mean, you take it.
Yeah, like either way, I'm looking at bot lane, and I can't say I dislike it, because also looking at top side of the map, just look at the items. Like, it's not even close. Yeah, Titanic, huge power spike for Empress Xin Zhao, but he is still far away from it. And meanwhile, Cerberus has his Kraken, and don't forget, Kraken is really strong on this patch right now. And Ginkgo also on the Hydra item, so we like that. And did you just see that damage, though?
Karma is starting to hurt a lot, and yeah, Masi has his Kraken completed, also has his upgraded boots, right? Like, he has... he's like up a full item, or not a full, he's not up a full item, he has a full item compared to the Xin Zhao only having, oh never mind, Xin Zhao just finished it. He has the boots advantage, let's say it that way. So he has just a little bit of extra attack
It's still 800
inventory.
gold. It's 800 gold.
It's still 800 gold, yeah.
And it's only going to become more once this Heraldinho crashes into the turret and
Karma
takes
starts to hurt. Oh,
Yep.
we're going on a trip. Your favorite Herald ship. Can he drift around
Tokyo? No, you cannot. No, you cannot, sadly.
Oh,
Well,
lucky. But Herald will walk up, smack the tower once, and worth it.
yeah, you can still maybe get it to smack, and then you can still get to spawn all the little void grubs. That would be pretty nice. Look at those little guys. They are just whittling away at the turret, and meanwhile, Cerberus, yeah, the turret is gone, so he is completely fine. And look at this shield. Inspire, you monster.
Yeah, they lose mid lane tower, the outer turret, but they get 3 towers in return. I think that's a trade Foxnyr will gladly take. And yeah, as you said, this Karma is starting to become scary. She has the Malignance completed. So, she has a permanent ult, basically. Which is pretty cool. It's really fun to play. Once she gets a couple more items, a couple more levels under her belt, she can you'll see just Mentor Qs and Mentor ult, E's flying everywhere. And yeah, it was really exciting to play. I played Karma today, bought this item for the first time as well. It was pretty fun to see how fast I had my ult. Even faster than back in the day when you already got it pretty fast.
You have to tell me though, technically when I'm reading through it, my nerd brain is thinking, damaging a champion with your ultimate, well, you're not really damaging the enemy champions with the ultimate, you're damaging them with a strengthened version of your QWE, but of course I feel like it is still coded in a way so Karma can use it, right?
It should be, yeah. You can see it says damage dealt when you hover over it. I saw you hover over it before. So
yeah,
he has
perfectly.
already done damage.
Yeah, true. It actually,
So,
it
should
works
work, yeah.
perfectly. That is just really strong then. I love this item build. They are cooking. Foxnyr is cooking.
They are for sure. Back in the day, I remember like Karma ult already had low cooldown, right?
Excuse me real quick while I talk about Under Nexus being under tower, at least Dawning Shadow might as well be the deciding factor here, but Ginkgo, he wants to get this kill and he will probably get the kill with a stylish lightning bolt from the heavens. Unluckily, Cerberus died, and mid lane looks kinda tough right now. Hindu has to flash away, but so much stuff happening right there, and no way to escape 3 enemies from SK Avarosa. Guys, I rate this game 5 out of 7.
Yeah, Empress actually almost dropping 2 tower as well, just like Cerberus did. I think Cerberus just wanted a quick B, but forgot that the death timers were already pretty long, so it wasn't really a quick B after all, unfortunately. But they did manage to get the bot lane tower. They managed to trade at least 1 for 2 overall. Meantime, SK will get this top lane turret as well. So overall, not really a net positive trade. But now Cloud Drake is up, Foxnyr is around, so there should be a pretty free Drake for them. So yeah, overall situation, I think Foxnyr is pretty happy with a little bit of extra movement speed out of combat. A Master Yi doesn't mind, and Alistair doesn't mind, and Olaf doesn't mind for sure. So even with the Karma and the Seraphine buffs as well, everyone will just be speeding across the map.
Talking about speeding, I mean, you're a support main. You also have to love Trailblazer. I mean, I shouldn't really buy it on like most junglers you play unless it's, I don't know, like 4th item on Udyr or something. But man, that item is so much fun. You can just speed up your entire team, and hey, what better way to have even more movement speed buffs for your team?
Yeah, I mean, I always play a little mini game when I have Trailblaze, and I try to run in front of my teammates as much as possible, just so they speed up. I remember as well that I played I think it was a flex queue game yesterday, and I had to save like a teammate of mine, so I just ran to him and just ran in front of him. Usually, I always stand between him and like the enemies, right? So I can protect him like that. In this case, I just ran in front of him, so he was faster. And I was like, follow me, and he just kept following me in my little path. So it's pretty funny to play. I think I personally like the item. It makes you fast as well. Oh, Ginkgo actually needs to be careful here.
Ginkgo might as well die pretty fast, trying to get away with the Ragnarok, trying to get some time because Teleport is coming. He is still standing strong now, finally shut down by the Dawning Shadow. But Cerberus is already here, the gang is already here, and the bait has been taken. Nashor is spawning, and this is a triple for Foxnyr. It is looking good.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised that Olaf waited so long with his ult, because I think he could have avoided a lot more than he did in this case. But, you know, it was a bait after all. Now, SK actually wants to contest this. I am not sure if this is a good idea here. Senna needs to flash away. Now has a Master Yi chasing him.
Miela had to flash out, and of course just Cerberus being able to... Oh, he's still alive. He's going for the meditate. He will not die. The cleanse also used. But honestly, if Miela can somehow survive this is just absolute madness. And of course, no way to survive 4 people from Foxnyr.
I mean, the positive thing for SK is they did manage to deny the Baron. The Baron has not fallen yet.
Yeah,
unfortunately, they did lose 2 members and they lost Azir TP, so it's not the best. Of course, Cassandra still has his TP up, so they can play around that. But yeah, big trade for Foxnyr, basically a delayed ace for basically only Olaf. That's something we take for sure. Now Master Yi with the 2 items in his inventory, 2.5 actually has his little drill as well. So yeah, he's very, very dangerous and strong now. He will shred through anyone he actually sees. As you already saw in that fight. He basically can't die when a Seraphine and a Senna... Seraphine and Karma. I'm so used to saying Seraphine, Senna, you know, bot lane and stuff.
Yes.
The Seraphine and the Karma are next to him. And his Meditate, of course, you know, denying like 90% of the damage for for a millisecond or what. So, yeah, it becomes very hard for... I want to say DKB because I read DKB Miela, sorry, for SK2 to play this game. And, yeah, let's see if they have enough damage to kill this Master Yi in time before he... gets a pentakill against them.
Imagine Cerberus just picking Yi so he can grab the easy pentakill because he knows he will just win this anyways. That's not really what's happening here. I genuinely think that Foxnyr like Yi right now, and of course, I mean, look at their comp. It just fits perfectly now. We are starting the big grand objective, Baron Nashor on the map, and Teleport getting used. Now, what will you do, Dawning Shadow, just for some vision, just to see everything? Are we confident for the 50-50? Are we even more confident for the fight? Ginkgo using Ghost here.
Actually flash in already.
Xin Zhao, can he get in time? No, he cannot. Nashor is going down, but now what will happen? Empress a bit out of position there. If the team just decides to turn on him, it will still give some time, but nope, Inspire getting the finishing kill. Beautiful knock up by Alistar. Now maybe the Azir wall will do something, but no, it will not be enough. Wolfigi, the last one standing, but also the K-Sante not strong enough. And ladies and gentlemen, I think this looks like a Foxnyr win.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if they can end. I was a bit surprised because Azir was doing a lot of damage. I was worried, and then randomly Azir disappeared. I think he ate like a full combo from Seraphine and Karma and just, you know, kind of disappeared from the face of the map. But
yummy.
Yeah, it looks like they will not be able to end quite yet. But a big push for Foxnyr, the free Baron as well, trading an ace for their supports live. You know, supports take those. We always take the trade, 5 for 1. And now the fourth dragon of the game, third dragon for potentially Foxnyr will spawn any second now.
I like how they reset to be more than in time for the objective. If you start resetting before the enemies have 8 seconds on their death timer, it means you will have more tempo on the map again. I mean, quick math, but many people still do not think about it that way. And Moxie, I mean, of course, I was pretty sure they cannot just end, but looking at the gold advantage, looking at the item advantage, it's just massive.
Yeah, I mean, the things I already said before don't really change now with even more gold in the pockets of Foxnyr. Yasuo is just incredibly strong, but I need to be careful now. It's a 5v4. Olaf is in the mid lane. He's doing the split push you called at the start of the game. With Empress taking a lot of poke damage, and now Olaf also hovering down, but he will go for that mid lane turret. Needs to be careful that he doesn't get collapsed on now, though.
Oh, yeah.
Or Void Grub, sorry, one of them helping out.
The wave's not really perfectly synced right now, so it is kind of hard. I mean, with a Baron Nashor, you just have to get the outer turrets at least, right? Now, talking about getting stuff, Dawning Shadow on bot lane is getting used, and we are having a fight. Illumina will get headbutted out of the fight, still going in, and Olaf is not really here in time. Ginkgo now joining, though. Still Henkindu in the 4v5. Foxnyr is looking really solid.
He's dead,
of
though.
Course. Yeah, it shouldn't really matter. Apollo, goodbye there. Apollo not having a safe mission here. And even though it was a 4 versus 5 for a long time, Foxnyr just looks phenomenal in this game.
Yeah, I mean, you saw how much it took for them to even just kill one, or in this case, two of Foxnyr's member. Ginkgo was still in the backline, fully healthy, could just smash everyone down. So yeah, it was basically... It's basically what I called at the start of the game. It's very hard to play because there's just too many members that can die thanks to the Seraphine and Senna. God damn it, not Seraphine Senna, Seraphine Karma. Jesus Christ. Oh,
Man,
but now actually Fox needs to be careful.
You're obviously talking about Seraphine Sona, my boy.
Oh, that's a banger too, actually.
No, wait, it's actually... You're obviously talking about Garen Yumi. Now, that was a banger.
Garen Yumi was not banger, no.
It
I mean, I
was
was usually the
absolute
Yumi,
banger.
so I mean, for me it was kind of fun, but I cannot imagine that was really any fun for the Garen players.
Bro, I loved playing Garen in that matchup. I would also love being Cerberus here because, oh boy, you are on 3 items already. And Xin Zhao is not even on 2 items. And the next thing, even if Xin Zhao was on 3 items, I mean, Xin Zhao, he's strong in the early game. He's strong in the, yeah, kinda in the mid game with his first buy, but then it kinda stops and is just kinda Jover. So, looking at this game, what are we currently looking at? I mean, I want to discuss this item real quick here, because Experimental Hexblade, you know, some of us have maybe looked at it already. It seems to be kind of the auto-attack bruiser item that everybody likes, because Olaf and Master Yi are running it.
Yeah, I personally, again, I have not played that much yet after all the changes. I don't really know that much about that. At least for me, I haven't seen that item yet. It's all new to me. It looks pretty cool at least. Oh, but now Karma needs to be a little bit careful since Zhao going ham, but I mean...
It's all a bait.
World should have enough damage.
It's all a bait. Trust, Inspire might be in danger, but now there comes the entire team. Slowly but surely, Ginkgo will tank a little bit, but soon we can turn, and that is the situation that we are talking about. He is living forever. Ginkgo lived for so long, now he's dead, but meanwhile, we can just delete everybody from SKA.
1, 2, 3.
One by one. No pentakill here because Henkindu just stole it. That is not what we really want to see. Unlucky stealing, we don't want to see that, but do you think it was on purpose?
No, definitely not. 100% not. It was just an accidental Q. Happens. But hey, we take this win. 1-0 up against SK Avarosa. Very cleanly played by the boys. And excited for game number 2.
The Nexus explodes, guys. I cannot believe it. I mean, let's be honest. SK Avarosa, they are a scary opponent, and yet here we are. And I want to say, of course, it was looking kind of close till what, 15 minutes or something? But from a certain point on, I mean, again, at one point I just said, yeah, you know, GG's. And of course, it wasn't over yet. But if we're honest, it was like so over. This draft, though, do you think Foxnyr is going for something like that again in the second game, or will we see an entirely different thing?
The question is, will they get it again? I think that is the main question. I mean, it's a bit weird to say because something like a Master Yi, right? It's not a pick you are going to ban. You know, it's not. It's not something you expect and not something you're going to ban either. So I'm not 100% sure what SK will do to adapt. That's the big question I have floating above my head, the big question mark. But we'll have to see how they adapt. But yeah, I am not sure. Maybe they'll go for a similar draft. It also kind of depends on who is on which side, right? Will it be Foxnyr on the blue side? Will they get the Karma again, for example? I think that was a very pivotal role as well.
Yes. Yes.
The Inspire Karma.
Bro, just ban like Seraphine or something. And then we see Taric bot lane. Imagine Master Yi with Taric. The good old duo Q boost combo. That I mean, it's probably not going to happen, but who knows at this point? If you told me, yeah, by the way, Remo, we're seeing a Master Yi jungle today, I would be like, are you kidding me? But here we are. And it won, by the way.
Yeah.
Without a problem at a certain point.
I mean, we take him, I would say. And with that, I'd suggest we go into a little break.
Of course.
Game number 2 starts.
Exactly. Guys, don't go anywhere. We really want to see what Foxnyr will be cooking, honestly. I want to see what they are cooking. Because those drafts, they are banger. You know, they are entertained for sure. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back in just a few tiny minutes. See you then.
going, where you seeing? I got the right feeling. Yeah, I've been loving you. Been loving myself for a minute.
What's up, homies?
For another game. I was just singing. Sorry.
Doing the videos. If you know that one, please react to it in chat. The good old "What's up, homies?" and then being confused about the camera position, like, what? You told me what? You know, at least we are not like that high production yet, so I know what camera I'll be looking into. It is that one, not JK. It is that one over there. But yeah, talking about jokes. The last game we won with a Master E, by the way. I just want to mention it again.
Yeah, I mean, what else is there to say? Master Yi played a pivotal role, and it looks like we are going to get a little adaptation by SK here. And they are banning the Seraphine. You called it for the break.
Tarek.
I mean, you know, I'm all for the content. Oh, the karma actually taken away as well.
Oh my god.
I'm all for the content, but I still want to win. So, you know, make it spicy, but spicy in a good way, please.
Wait, you're telling me Tarek jungle and then Master Yi mid lane with funneling strat is not viable right now?
I haven't seen it anymore since like 2018 or something, but hey,
remember when we played Funnel Leona Mordekaiser at the LAN tournament before funneling was a thing? I'm so proud, man.
Yeah, that was 2017. I remember we were at the LAN and we played a flex queue all together. We got smashed by Mordekaiser Leona Funnel mid lane. Then we were like, hey, let's play this too. Yeah, we just picked it up and started smashing anyone on the LAN with that. Was
until they started banning it.
And then we lost everything, unfortunately. But
exactly.
Hey,
yeah, but what are we learning? You can just win one game and then have some weird bans, and I don't believe you until you pick it. Okay, guys, he picked it. It is the League of Draven.
Yeah, that's actually exciting to me. We haven't seen this squad play the Draven quite yet, but I know that Henkindo is a Draven player, so, you know, exciting. Maokai also very, very strong right now. Most likely in the hands of Under Nexus, but potentially a champion for Zerber's as well. We'll have to see where they choose to send that one. And now, not just picked as an answer, potentially against the Maokai, and also at least. Oh wait, I am actually confused. I thought we were on red side, but we are on blue side. We are not playing Draven. Why didn't you stop me talking, by the way?
I wanted to wait. You know, I wanted to have you stop talking and then like fixing it between the lines. You know, then saying like, yeah, Foxnyr went with Nautilus, and then, you know. So now, of course, but you know, we actually have to go back to one simple question. Last draft, we said, yeah, picking Kaysonte early. You know, it's really good. And then what? He was like behind 40 CS against the Olaf? I mean, what happened there? And is Kaysonte still blind pickable early game, or did we miss something?
I mean, Foxnyr says, yes, Kaysonte is still blind pickable, as we do have him in the squad this time. Now I know who is which side as well, so I'm not gonna grief that one again. But yeah, now we have the chance to ban some champions, so potentially we can see the Olaf ban here. It seemed to be at least a pretty decent answer into the Kaysonte. Or Ginkgo might also say, you know, I can play both sides, so we have to see if they choose to ban that or if they choose to ban any other specific good champions into Kaysonte. Again, I'm not sure which champions those really are. Maybe the Gwen, but Gwen is already gone. I see some people pick the Aatrox, but it either,
Udyr,
like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Udyr actually works, so yeah. Maybe that's also a pick. So maybe we'll see the Olaf ban here just to make sure Kaysonte can take over this game. And otherwise, yeah, or maybe Ginkgo just says, no need to ban it. I can do this.
Okay, so of course I'm not doing it too correctly right now, but I just googled Kaysonte real quick. In Emerald and higher, on top lane, by the way, Twisted Fate has the best win rate against Kaysonte.
I mean,
why?
We're not gonna see Twisted Fate this game. We are gonna see a Yorick as an answer. Also a pick you well, don't really see that often. I have to see how Foxnyr chooses to respond here, because this Yorick will. at least the way I have Yorick in my head, right? He always wins side lane. I mean, he just has his maiden, and there's nothing much you can do against it. So I have to see if Foxnyr chooses to pick anything against like his side lane pressure. They pick a Lux, who can, I guess, wave clear.
Look, the thing is, I'm a Yorick Nautilus expert, and the truth is, those are the exact same champions in disguise. Think about it. Q, auto attack reset, a stronger auto attack, and you want to last hit with it, either for stacks or Lee Sin, let's go, or for more ghoul spawns. W is a no, you don't move anymore button on range, like medium range, and E is that weird AP range tool that sometimes you max in certain lanes and it works, and but it's not really doing anything late game. And now the important thing though, like where I'm actually going with it, Nautilus and Yorick, they have one thing in common. If you have ult, you win the 1v1. That's it. It doesn't really matter who your opponent is. It can be Fiora or anything. If you have ult, you win the 1v1. Now, the thing is, with a Lee Sin, of course we also have to talk about the cooldown of the Eulogy of the Isles. That's what Yorick ult is called, by the way. A professional caster, by the way. Everybody says Maiden, but hey, now you know, or we'll probably forget in a second. It has around 2 minutes cooldown. So, I can personally see a world where you just try to get Cerberus, gank top lane, and just screw over this Yorick, and then still have a Cassandra that is a beast on a whole nother level. And then what? You have a Draven. So what will Draven do against Cassandra that all outs him over the wall somewhere, so then Renata can't even bail him out? And I feel like that would be a decent game plan. Now, but you're like really good at this game, and I'm not. So, what are your thoughts on a proper game plan here?
I actually think it looks quite hard. I'm personally not the biggest fan of the Lee Sin. Of course, it is Zerber's Lee Sin, so you know it's a lot fancier than what I could ever do. But basically, I'm a bit worried because Renata is really good at champions like a Lee Sin, right? Lee Sin needs to go in. He kicks someone into his team, and either then he dies or he tries to run away, right? That's usually the thing he does, basically. And Renata is really good at like keeping someone alive long enough until someone dies, if you want to say it that way. So it looks hard for me, for like, let's say Lee Sin jumps in, right?
Nice joke, by the way.
Jumps in. What?
It looks hard. Oh, you did? Okay, I didn't say anything.
No pun intended.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Lee Sin, if he jumps in, if he tries to, like, let's say kick in the Draven, for example, right? Draven gets the Renata W, dies, but Lee Sin in the meantime also dies, then Draven is back, and you know it becomes a lot harder. So for me, it doesn't seem like the easiest thing to play, but we have to see if you can go for some fancy things. And yeah, for me, Yorick, you said a lot about him, and I agree with the having ult equals lose part, or lose for the enemy, right? But for the rest, I don't really know that much about how Yorick wants to play the game. I know our co-founder of Foxnyr, he loves Yorick. He always was a Yorick main. So if he hears this, hello.
Weird guy. weird guy.
There's some Yorick gameplay for you.
I also want to talk about... hi, Bao. Amazing that you're here. I also want to talk about one thing. Now, you said, at least it doesn't really look too good into this matchup. And I just want to go through everything that can cancel him, okay? He can get cancelled by Maokai Q. He can get cancelled by Maokai ult. He can get cancelled mid-dash by Ori taunt. He can get cancelled mid-dash by Draven E. And he can get cancelled mid-dash by Renata's handshake. And yet, now here's the thing. If I was this Lee Sin, and I have played my fair share of Lee Sin, I would be like, hell no. But it's Cerberus we're talking about, Moxie. It is Cerberus.
Yeah, it's Cerberus indeed. And I only have to agree with you. There's a lot of stuff that can cancel him. But, you know, he has other champions too. You cannot always keep all your abilities for one enemy, right? So if they keep all their abilities for the Lee Sin, it means there's less for the rest, right? But we have to see how Cerberus will play around those cooldowns. And overall, I mean, we have a bit more of a, let's say, standard comp, or not a bit. We have a pretty standard comp on Foxnyr's side this time. Of course, the Lux is a bit more, unconventional, I'm going to call it. But hey, we are used to it. It's Inspire we're talking about here. We are very used to unconventional picks. So we have to see how this goes. On the other hand, even SK has a pretty standard comp too, but it's going to have some fun with the Yorick. Let's see how Mr. Ginkgo will deal with that one.
Are you in-game as well, by the way?
I am in-game as we start to hop into game.
Guys, it is game number 2. After a win with a Master Yi, we are now on the blue side this time. Blue side, Cerberus on the Lee Sin. We talked how it is going to be a hard match, but if he can win it on Master Yi, everything is possible. Hello, Zero, aka Portal with Cookie, aka the Earth is flat. No, wait, Moon is Baby Earth, aka, the one, the Prodigy. Oh, and thanks so much for the raid, Chibi Onion. You are here just in time to see the second game after a fun first win. And, after grabbing some bans from the enemies, we are now here with a really, really good draft. And I think the one thing we have to keep in mind is, and of course, Moxie, you can also talk about it.
Yes, what about
Range.
I was drinking.
Range.
Which range?
What are your thoughts on Luke's range and
Oh.
Varus range compared to Draven and Ahri?
Yeah, I mean, when I see Lux and Varus on the same team, and Nautilus actually, I can only hear my good old ADC buddy Straylex, his Draven heart crying. So I don't I don't think this Draven will be too happy getting perma poked down by Lux and Varus, and also then kind of getting hit by hooks that are not supposed to hit from Nautilus. So they are outranging a lot. I mean, the Ahri gets kind of close with her Q, but even then, not really, right? It's not even close, and we have a little freeze frame. I heard the chat as well, so there's a potential pause here without us seeing the pause. So we're just gonna hope that it is something that will fix itself. It is at the dead 2-minute mark, so I'm a bit scared of that.
Oh yeah. Let me look at the.
I mean, the chat is saying ready and stuff, so they had a pause. Yeah, okay, we're fine.
Thank you. Thank you, dear sir. I was really worried for a second, but we are still live in the second game. And of course, after basically just winning with draft, and I want to say balls of steel. Can I say that on cast? But
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You can say not anything, but a lot.
I can say a lot.
Until we have any sponsors or something that will forbid us to say swear words on stream, we are allowed to do whatever we want. Even my co-founder is agreeing in chat as well. So
Perfect.
Enjoy yourself.
I try to not say mean things, but man, I just do not find any other words, honestly. The draft in the first game was just absolute bonkers. And now the second game, again, it looks a bit more normal, if you want to call it that. It's not Master Yi jungle, it is not Karma mid, that was basically first an answer for top, and then answer for bot, and then was still in the mid lane. No, it is a more or less normal draft, and yeah, I still feel like in the late game we have really good chances because we just outrange and outcatch, as you already mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, if everything goes to plan, then we do need outrange. Of course, you always have the moment of a Renata angle that can happen, right? Like if Foxnyr tries to go in, the Nautilus and Lee Sin jump in, Renata ults the backline, and basically nothing happens because the backline is not really helping their team. So I have to see how they are able to play around that. But yeah, for me, it seems like a really mid lane actually.
Flash for flash.
Very nice flash from Ahri there. Nice reaction. And not actually sure overall if that's a worthy trade for Inspire, because I think his flash is a bit more important than Ahri flash, as Ahri gets her ult, level 6 and dash away.
This is so interesting. What is happening here? What is happening? Illumina is here, Cerberus, he's looking for something, but they do not know yet that they are against 3 opponents. Charm not going to hit, and that is important. Handshake going to hit, but not really mattering.
Yeah, if that charm hits, it might actually be Well, I'm not sure if it's a dead Zerberus there, but he at least has to flash away. So it's really good that he was able to dodge that quite closely. Was a bit surprised there. I didn't think Ari potentially did not have her charm up yet to really time it correctly. But yeah, damage averted. 3 people showing up mid lane just to make sure Ari can go back. Because the wave was in a pretty bad position. And now Ginkgo getting bullied around a little bit. And we'll catch the big wave on their tower and should be pretty even in farm in the top lane. Overall farm pretty close. Draven out farming the Avarosa a little bit. Of course, Draven being very, very strong early game. So it does make a lot of sense, especially as they both got left alone for a little while. The Draven kind of just wins that. And now Nautilus hovering around mid lane is spotted on a ward though. Both objectives up, Grubby's up, Drake up. To see what both teams go for here now. Nautilus coming mid, no flash on Ari.
Oh, this hits! No way this hits! And will this be first blood? Yes, it will! And even though the turret is fully charged, under Nexus and Cerberus, they get out. Beautiful play. Moxie, how could you ever doubt if flashing, or like trading flashes was worth it? Boom, there we go. Tetris for Foxnyr.
I mean, very nicely played by the boys, moving up just before Ari hit 6. I mean, you can see Inspire is 6 now, so it was... I mean, I can click on Ari, right? Where no one can see my stuff. Yeah, Ari was pretty close again into 6. She'll get level 6 off this wave, literally. So, nice timing by the guys. They're punishing the flashless Ari, the flashless Fox in the mid lane. And also, you know, making sure she doesn't have her ult yet to get away. Nicely played. Oh, top lane.
Oh, meanwhile on top lane, beautiful displacement combo here in Wolfie GG. He will struggle, but he will get away. I told you, man, W, be it Wither or be it just a wall of dead bodies, it is a really good get off me tool. And now, alert, Eulogy of the Isles. But hey, if he just dies, then the Eulogy will also die. And I think it's completely worth it. It is so worth it. I really want to check the cooldown right now. It is 160 seconds. It's like basically 3 minutes.
It's worth for sure. He will not lose too much farm as he does have TP, so that part is not too bad. I think it's a 1-for-1 you will take. Lee Sin getting a kill early, you know, will be able to set him ahead. Oh, looks...
Mid lane. I mean, we basically use that to... The auto will not finish! No, this makes me a little bit sad, because... Did you see how Inspire used his ult time to like cancel out being charmed and stuff like that? It was really clean combo.
Yeah, I was about to mention that the ult part, but I got to click on Ari just before she got away. 1-digit, one-digit HP bar, so it was super close. One more minion auto attack or anything would have been enough. A sneeze from Inspired would have been enough to drop the Fox. So very close there. But, no, I think Inspire is happy. Ari losing another wave under tower. The second wave manages to not quite crash, but close to enough. Now bot lane, some hovering around.
Indeed, it's a 3 versus 3. Now, the roots are looking kinda scary, and under Nexus, goodbye, my friend. And it was a cash-in for Miela. Now, of course, I have to look at the gold real quick, and, wait, what did I say? Welcome to the League of Draven.
Yeah,
Lots
I think
of money.
after the point where the Varus ult misses, you should just move out. I don't think it's really worth to go for it anymore. Of course, the Maokai was also 6th. Lee Sin was not 6th yet, so... Hard fight to fight. Oh, mid lane as well. Oh
Beautiful hit.
Yeah. Ari's life bar just disappearing. She literally just came back from base and Ori has to back again.
Yeah, I want to tell you a story, you know. Once I came back to lane, I took a reset, I lost the wave. Then I came back to lane, I was happy to be full life and full mana and everything again. And then Inspire just gave me a laser to the knee, and I was crippled again, and I basically had to reset again. And it really annoyed me, and that's basically what just happened to Apollonia.
Yeah, I mean... suffering, basically. That's all I can say. Somehow she's still even in farm with the Lux, even though she has died once, had to back 4 times already. So respect to that. Respect for her being even there. Meantime, and Ginkgo smashing around top lane. Farm very even everywhere on the map except for bot lane. Draven being ahead and also being ahead in gold very much now. But I think had 150 stacks, so a lot of bonus gold there. I know Varus needs to be careful. He is in a very bad situation here if they go for the dive.
There is the
Nice
hostile takeover, flashing out of it, but of course Empress also here, but still, it is a 1-for-1 right now, and Ginkgo, he will K-Sante all over the place. It's K-Sante time, but he's not really in range for the all-out right now, so maybe he can look for something. All-outing Empress here, and the hook is going to connect. They have to directly get something, but Flash from Draven is out, a Cleanse from Draven is out as well, and no more Spirit Rushes for Apollonia. Are there some more Spirit Rushes? Meanwhile, Cerberus trying to hold top lane, but this is super tough against the opponent. And yeah, now I'm 100% sure no more ultimate rushes for Apollonia on the bot lane. So maybe you can turn it, but nope, not if the spark just misses like that. And Cerberus, imagine you have to play as a jungler against the Yorick. But hey, the Maiden died, which is pretty good.
Okay, so very important there. The Draven did not get the kill on the tower, so no more bonus gold for Draven there. Of course, he managed to get away. That's unfortunate. But he did not get another cash in. It did go over to the Maokai, the kill, in the bot lane. And on the other hand, they managed to trade 2 kills back, but 2-for-1 overall. Something we take for sure. That's very close. Nautilus just tanking the Ahri charm to make sure Ginkgo could get away. Otherwise, it would have been a 2-for-2. But good guy support, blocking it, making sure his top laner gets away. And now things are hopefully or potentially calming down a little bit. Drake will spawn in a bit less than a minute, which will be the next objective. Now I do wonder if like which side is going to go for it. Lux is very, very, very strong. Item completed already, 2-0. On the other hand, Draven also in a very good position, but no flashes, no summoner spells on the Draven. To me, that should call for a not contesting the Drake. But we'll have to see what happens bot lane here. Okay, camping the bush.
Yep. Maokai just chilling there, and we had this bot lane 3 versus 3 once already. Is he taking the backboard? Yes. Empress is not there anymore, but do we really know that on the side of Foxnyr? Of course, we see the spot there, a good kick there to start things off already. No more hostile takeover. Now on bot lane, with the bailout, this will be a kill onto the Draven, and this hurts. No more stacks. They have been reset, at least like for a certain part.
Okay, Maokai coming bot again though.
Maokai going in and just smashing Cerberus. Inspire, he wants more. Inspire is not happy yet. He sees those 2 squishies with low HP, but he has to take the cue to just leave them alone because there was nothing to be gained. And still, this is a match that is like head to head. Both teams looking solid.
Yeah, I mean, you can even look at the gold graph, right? It's dead even. It's literally, well, oh yeah, dead even. Importantly enough, they got the tower dive off. That meant SK did lose another wave. Importantly enough as well, they traded jungler for the Draven. Draven did lose the stacks. So that's a trade I think you are willing to take, especially you got the Ahri flash for it as well. But now Maokai did start his mount to break. I don't think he's in a position to do so though. Lux has prio mid lane. He's very, very strong. Now Draven.
He is getting engaged by Cerberus. Sonic wave into a jump. Of course, this just means that the dragon is still slowly but surely burning away. Oh my god, the final spark just deals so much damage. Dragon has gone to the red team here, but now our boys on the blue side, they are catching up. The bailout will not really do anything here as Empress just dies, and now Cerberus is diving in. We talked about it, how the game in theory should be unplayable for him, and yet it looks like this. Don't you tell me you get this one. Oh my god, it was just absolutely beautiful. Cerberus, you're amazing.
I mean, even in the... You saw Draven was standing like 3 screens away from everyone. Got hit by a laser, dropped to 1 HP. And then a Varus Q just sniped from downtown as well. So yeah, it's, I can literally... Oh,
Kaboom! Says Inspire and just gets the kill. And most importantly, Apollonia wants to respond with the TP, but it's just too late. It's too much burst. Now, of course, Empress also here. And, oh my god, Ginkgo. F in the chat. He basically sacrificed himself to not give away Inspire's shutdown. I respect it.
I respect it indeed. I have to see though, can bot lane survive this? He's in a 2v1. Nautilus is up there for the Herald. I think he'll just have to drop this outer turret. Doesn't matter too much. Of course, it's still some extra gold in Raven's pocket. Ooh, the cannon, missing the cannon, that one hurts though. But for the rest, looks like everything is okay here. OTP is actually behind them.
TP coming in, and this is Ginkgo. Let's have a quick look how this bot lane situation unfolds. Miela realizes, well, I'm probably not going to get out of this one hostile takeover. Not really doing too much, maybe saving Illumina's own life, but it could not be enough to save Miela's life. And okay, we are not missing any of those skill shots. It was just a visual bug, and Illumina is scripting or something. Nah, but you know, it was open field.
You can't hit them all.
Yeah, it was open field, so it's basically just a guessing game. How will Illumina move? But most importantly, Inspire, don't you die to the shovel, please? It's looking really scary. And the bonk 800 gold shot down. Really scary. Cerberus, you do not win those at all. And Cerberus is probably really dead. He's a really dead Muay fighter up there in top lane. He tries his best. Really good kick. Really good kick. He gets away.
The Maokai saved him. I don't know if you saw what happened.
I mean, feel free to explain it to everybody.
So, they tried to CC chain the Lee Sin, right? On the tower to make sure he just, well, dies. Unfortunately, the Maokai Q smacked him away just enough so the RE charm missed, which meant, you know, he didn't get CC'd again. And could just kick the Maokai. If he doesn't Q there, if Maokai doesn't Q there, and he does get hit by the charm, then he cannot kick, and Lee Sin will die. So, bit of unfortunate anti-synergy, but I mean, on our side, we take it.
Again, it's one of those things that just happen.
No. I mean,
100%.
it was not as a blame. It's just unfortunate that stuff like that happens. I mean, we've all played with bards before that have like ulted MF ults of your own team and stuff. You know, stuff happens. Stuff happens.
Exactly. It's basically like us missing chain of corruption on bot lane and other skill shots. It just happens, and it's part of the game. And it's also part of the game to just stay motivated and keep your head calm, even though sometimes you will miss some important skill shots. Sometimes you will misplay. I mean, both teams have both teams together have 1 kill per minute so far. So this is kind of a messy, or you could even call it bloodthirsty game. But you know, it's just part of the game. And talking about Bloodthirst, some weird tree is just walking up there, and Wolfichi with the flank looking kind of scary, but it's still just a Yorick, not really able to do too much in a teamfight situation. But it is enough to just be a big ball of tank stats to scare Foxnyr away.
Okay, so very, very important here. You trade it. Oh, actually. Oh, Maokai taking a lot of damage.
Tons of
Inspire is so strong. I mean, Inspire is so strong. His ult has 35 seconds cooldown. He doesn't even have his second item completed, and he already is that low on cooldown. Importantly enough, Maokai and Ahri both use their ult here. They don't have ult for this dragon fight. Maokai is also low in the meantime. Herald actually spawned mid lane. SK have to react here. Do they go for the dragon? Can they even go for the dragon is the question. In the meantime, they'll just lose a lot of stuff mid lane, and yeah, they choose to peel off. This will be the first rake over to Foxnyr.
Teleport getting used as well from our favorite Fox player in this game, Apollonia. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Varus is running away with the Herald. I am not really too sure where this leads, but hey, that means Herald has to be answered later again as well. While Cerberus is just killing the dragon finally. I was waiting for it a little bit. I really love that maneuver though. It means you still have this Herald on mid lane pushing now, while Nashor is spawning in just a few seconds.
It's actually interesting. The Herald is still alive, right?
Yes.
Will it? Nah, it will die here though to me, unfortunately. Yeah, if it gets a charge off there, it's really big, but sadly enough, it doesn't. It doesn't mean no one gets the gold for it, though. No one gets the last hit gold. That's something.
Profit.
Yeah, profit, exactly. But yeah, they managed to get the Drake. A really good Drake as well. Gives a little bit more attack speed, more cooldown.
Oh, good hook.
Ooh, wait.
Instant counter engage here, and Cerberus is a little bit too deep. Teleport is coming in, but we will see Lee Sin fall into the bloody cold hands from Illumina, and this is a dire situation right now. We cannot engage mid lane, and the side lane looks really, really tough with Yorick being in position for a split push.
Yes, now the question becomes who answers Yorick, because technically the only one who can do it is Lux. She can wave clear, but if she gets hit by the trap, or not hit, gets captured, well, she kind of just falls too. On the other hand, they do need Lux like in the team as well to just poke the enemies down. It becomes a very hard situation answering this Yorick. Unfortunately, yeah, Zerber's going a little bit too deep. Renata ult making sure no one could really follow up. It was basically what I said, in draft. It's hard for him to play when he goes in, and Renata is able to buy enough time. There's not that much he can do. Luckily enough, Draven did not get the kill. It was the Renata. That's a little bit of something positive in a negative situation.
You mentioned it, my friends. It is a consolation prize, but man, if we look at the gold, it is again just like dead even. And while, yes, one team has one dragon, the other team, namely Foxnyr, they have 3 Kevins or Void Grops or Martins, or I've heard many names. The most important thing is basically be aware it is all about how you play the next few minutes. They could decide the entire game. You have to properly assign the lanes, and yet you have to not get engaged while you yourself find a good catch or something the like.
Yeah, I think Foxnyr kind of has to just play around the Lux, Lux Qs, and hope that he finds something. Oh, in the meantime, Ginkgo actually fighting here. He will not win this.
He will not win this
Flash
at
available.
all. Trying to just run away. He has to flash to not die. And I'm saying to not die, and he still dies. Yorick is an absolutely lovely champion, but only if he's in your team. I mean, again, I like Yorick, but he puts the entire Foxnyr squad in an unwinnable situation right now, just with the win con of the split push.
Yeah, now Foxnyr has to answer this Baron without their strongest member. Ginkgo also down, no TP on him.
Slowly
Flash
looking for
speeded off for now.
something. If you look at top lane Under Nexus, yes, he will die, but at least the Baron was stopped for a second, while Cerberus, if you steal this Nasher, my man, you are a legend. This ward is also an absolute hero, not getting spotted. Look at the little penguin. Not getting spotted there. If Cerberus somehow gets in there, this is straight up out of a true crime horror story, but he will not get in there and just jump out. Oh, my lord, Apollonia. Would Apollonia have died to the final spark?
100%.
100%,
Yes,
right?
100%. Yes. Lux is so strong at this point. 2 items in. Magic boots as well. That would have 100% killed her.
Well, a spirit rushing to safety in literally the last second will be enough.
Yeah, I mean, at this point it becomes very hard. Like I said, in Gem Select, no one really here to answer this Yorick. You saw Ginkgo could not do anything. 2 levels down now as well. Which is, quite dangerous as well. I mean, even Lux, she's level 12 to the level 15 of Yorick. Yorick doesn't even have main level 3 yet, and it's already kind of demolishing everything, especially now Baron buff. Ooh, Elmer next needs to be careful.
Yeah,
Dragon will spawn.
So far, so good. I mean, Ginkgo has teleport available, but if you teleport away from top lane, Wolfie straight up just finishes the game. Or gets a second inhib, and you cannot allow that. But the joke is, or like the harsh truth even, it will happen anyways. If you just chill and do not do anything and just let Ginkgo play the 1v1, you will just lose the top lane turret. So I really like this decision to just get the shot down here onto Wolfie. GG. Well played. It will go over to Inspire.
Going over to Inspire, very important actually now. Another 1.2k gold in his pocket. Will be very, very close to, I'm guessing, the Rabadons. Yes, indeed. He's very close to this item now. It's about 1k more, and then he has that, and he will 100% be able to 100 to 0 either Ahri or Draven. But yeah, importantly enough, no... Ooh, wait.
Mid lane, explosive fight, aggressive flash from Empress, and that will already be enough. I don't really know if you want to go for that hook, mate. On the Nexus, testing the waters, get it, because Nautilus and will not really find any success with that hook. That was just really well played and quickly executed by SKA.
No kick for Lee Sin, but it doesn't matter. Nicely played.
Really well played. Yeah. Not much to add there. It's just Cerberus Lee Sin things. You know it.
Just a
you love
little
it.
thumbs up, you know. Nicely done.
Yeah.
No flash on Raven though. Important. Lee Sin did manage to get the flash there. And there will be no flash for Draven next fight. But yeah, he saw mid lane, nothing much Henkido could do there. He even managed to react to the Maokai flash, but unfortunately he was in range. So Maokai followed him. And yeah, nothing much he could do there. Got one tapped by the Ahri and Draven. Maybe a bit too far up, being alone. Nothing much Nautilus could do. They did manage to trade 1 for 1. Now we're back to this stalemate. And we'll have to see.
It is.
Manages to pull the trigger.
Yeah, it is not a stalemate though. Like, Foxnyr is really forced to... Tactical pause, by the way.
True.
Foxnyr is forced to either engage Yorick and give up an objective. I mean, if an objective is up, which is not the case right now. It is only going to be a important situation in like 2.5 minutes or like 3 minutes. But then... it is really, really tough, because who can really fight Wolfie G on this Yorick right now without just straight up dying?
Yeah, so for me, the only person who can really, not really fight, but at least contest is Deluxe. She's going back now, she has enough money in her pocket to buy the Rabadons. So basically any wave that comes on her tower that gets ulted just disappears, right? So she's the only one who can really, quote-unquote, contest it. But on the other hand, you kind of need Lux in the team, like I called before, to, you know, even be able to contest anything. But it becomes very, very hard here. You know, Inspire needs to be careful. You can see Yorick is ghost.
Inspire, yeah, I think he had to flash that one. You don't want to die right here, because that would basically mean another lost inhib. Now, can you somehow find the engage on top lane? I'm not... too sure right now. Hook is going to connect, but it's going to be on the Yorick. He takes a lot of damage, but will ultimately be kicked away, because we do not have any more follow-up damage. And in that sense and style, if we do not have follow-up damage, it means SKA has follow-up damage. What does that mean? It means SKA in a really good position right now.
Yeah, this is... Oh, Ahri. Yeah, no
Maybe
flash.
No.
On the Varus, this might potentially actually be game. 15 seconds on Nautilus, whole team of SK up. Ahri is low, has TP though. I think they will potentially just look to end this here. Lux is still alive though, we have to hope for an Inspire miracle moment here.
100%.
So many from him.
Imagine this is just a massage at this point from Cerberus, and he has to jump away from the ghoul wall, the circle of death. And all the inhibs are taken in just a split second, which means 6 super minions on the entire map. Or like on every lane. I mean, on the entire map there will be even more. So really tough position. So Maxi, what has to happen to somehow get back into this game?
To be honest, we're getting at a point in the game where one fight can technically mean game on any side, right? I mean, it's technically only 4 towers, you know, holding Foxnyr out of the SK base. On the other hand, it's only, well, 2 towers holding SK away. For me, the way they win is really Inspire. If Inspire manages to find Very, very close here. Nice flash from Renata. If Inspire manages to find the Ahri or the Draven and one tap that one, then Foxnyr can win. If that doesn't happen in the fight, then I don't see a way how Foxnyr wins this. I have to be absolutely honest. You know, I mean, of course, I'm rooting for the boys, but I will not be delusional. So we have to pray and hope Inspire can find this play. Now Baron is being started. Cerberus not in a position to really do anything here. I really don't want him to try even.
Nah, but Apollonia played it perfectly, and of course it was also a team effort and communication in that SKA squad. If you have all your members on Nash, you might as well send out 1 or 2 players to just screw over the enemy jungler, so no 50-50 coin flips, just playing it safe. And of course, again, we are playing, I mean, it's not LCS, but we are playing on a relatively high level here, and those players are doing so many things correctly, it is worth mentioning.
Yeah, as you can see now, Inspire cannot really clear the waves anymore. Maokai coming through. This might be the final push.
Might as well be the final push, you say it, Moxie. It is looking grim, just like the Grim Reaper that is Yorick this game, not Kindred for once. The engage is coming here, and it is going to be hostile takeover. Ginkgo going berserk. Maybe we can find a kill here. Really good kick by Cerberus. And it is sadly not enough though. We do not have the gold to really do anything. Empress getting a kill, but it is too much. SK Avarosa in our face, in our place, and in our base. 1-1 will be the final result of this series.
What a banger though. What a banger though.
What a banger.
But we love it. Yeah, GG's. I mean, nothing much to say. They played really well, both sides. I think the Yorick was a very nice adaptation by SK this game. They noticed, hey, there's no one that can really do anything against this one. Cassandra cannot match me at all. I mean, we saw that at the end, you know, Yorick just walked up, smacked his shovel into the head of the Cassandra. Wasn't really much you could do there. So yeah, nice adaptation by SK there to grab the second game.
I have to agree 100%. Now, Moxie, do you want to ask for an interview, or do you think we will call it a day? I feel like interviews are always a bit hard after a loss. You know, you kind of want to like VOD review and not, you know, talk too much about the game. But of course, it is up to our players. So I will just let this beautiful man right there do all the work, while I'm just sitting here in front of this panorama shot of Runeterra, and or like Summoner's Rift, excuse me, and just waiting for Moxie's confirmation.
We see if anyone feels like joining. Of course, we can keep the interviews to a 2-0 win otherwise as well. Because, you know, yeah, interviewing after win is always more fun. Let's see if anyone wants to join us. If not, then so be it. But yeah, it was exciting. It was first game we got to see the Master Yi pop off. It was really fun to see. Second game, been unfortunate, but you know, you can't win them all. Second loss of the, I won't say of the year, but I mean like of
splits
of this team existing. Second loss of this team existing.
Oh
so,
yeah,
you know,
fair.
They have to come at some point.
Again, honestly, guys, all the love and props to SK Avarosa. They played really good. I mean, we can tip our heads there and just be honest. They played it really well. But either way, Waxy, I'm gonna give you like what, 1 or 2 more minutes?
I don't think the boys want to. So let's give them the time to just you know, rewatch the game, and you know, get ready for next week. I mean, not even next week. We get ready for this Sunday, because that's already when the next match is happening. Because of course this was supposed to be last week's match, right? So now it's 2 matches this week. So we have to have a lot more Foxnyr to watch while Yumi is getting petted by Alice Rim here. God damn it. What is this? Games this week. We got the main team on Sunday, and Fenrir will be playing on Sunday as well. So that's God damn it. That's very exciting. I hope to to see everyone back for those matches as well. And yeah, I mean that's everything from me. No one wants to get interviewed. We respect it, so I have to wait for the interview after Sunday's 2-0.
Exactly. Confidence. We need more confidence. I had no confidence, or what was the meme, but guys, anyways, you just heard the dates. I don't think I have to repeat them. If you did not hear them, you might just as well follow the Twitter page. You know, all the socials are linked like under Moxie. Of course, our socials are also linked down here, so if you have not really followed us on Twitter and Insta and everything yet, make sure to follow Foxnyr everywhere. You know, we are going bigger than Big Yoshi. And with that, I hope you had a great evening. I hope you will have an even greater rest of the week. And you heard the man. We will see some more league action this weekend. Guys, have a great one.